Matt,
Yes.
welcome to the podcast. Thank you for being here.
I am very honored.
Cool.
This is
Thank you.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. So before we start, any requests you would like to see today in a tea session?
Oh, I hadn't planned ahead, but no, I'm curious to see the tea
Whatever.
presentation as it is.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. We should do this before we really start. Mm-hmm. Request by my son. Please tell a joke.
All right. A joke. Just off the top of my head.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see here. Oh, yeah. What do vegetarian zombies eat?
Let me see. Soy milk.
This is cool. That was the punchline. That was it. I don't know. Did you? No, they eat grains. Like grains instead of brains. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, usually they eat brains, and then it's like brains, but it's grains.
Oh, because I was
Yeah.
totally not getting it. I was like, I
No.
can totally change this to Impossible Burgers.
No,
Jellos.
Yeah. And a coffee with soy milk. Yeah, that would have been good. It should have been that.
Oh, cool. Okay. That will make my son very happy because he told me a good podcast should start with a joke.
With a really good one like that one, yes.
I'm gonna make
This is
it.
gonna make it. He's gonna be very, very pleased when he sees this. Yes.
I'm gonna make him watch this one or listen to this one. Cool. Do you drink tea?
I do.
You
I
do?
do. Mm-hmm.
What kind?
The latest one I've been drinking is Gaba oolong.
Ah, here you go.
It was very good. It was a good.
Very good
tea.
guess.
Yeah.
Very
Oh, is that what we're gonna have? No. Okay.
At least
No.
you mentioned our tea.
Oh yeah. No, you didn't tell me ahead of time to say that, so that's
No. This
true.
this
It
is
true.
not. This
It
is
has
not.
been what I was drinking. It's true.
How do you like it?
It's really good.
It's
We
really
go back
good.
to it. Yeah.
Cool. So today I'm going to brew you 2 oolongs.
Okay.
Yeah. And do you know what oolong is?
I don't.
Cool. It's also really good. Oolong tea means it's a partially oxidized tea. Sometimes you will hear us it's a partially fermented tea. It depends on. I think both ways are correct because in Chinese they do use the word fermentation. So when they make the translation, they most of the time they translate it as the tea is partially fermented. But some people feel a little bit confused with that word.
It's not like kombucha.
Yeah, it's not kombucha. It's basically just
Oh,
like.
gotcha.
Just like,
Yeah.
let me see.
Gotcha.
Let me get this. So this is not a tea plant, but that's okay. Let's take that for example. So if they pluck the tea leaves, and then tea leaves will wither in the air, that means some water content come out, and then the oxygen has a chance to get inside of the leaves to
Okay.
cause a chemical reaction.
Like if you leave a banana peel out on the counter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oolong is just partially along the process
Yeah.
of becoming brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Black tea is completely brown. Green tea is not brown at all.
Ah, very good. I've learned quite a bit already.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
The goblet one that you're drinking is like really
Really on
brown.
the other end.
Oh, yeah. I think I prefer that.
The more brown side.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think I do. But I do.
Oh,
That's
okay,
what I think.
cool.
I think.
Okay, cool. So let's open with a very lightly, almost no brownish kind of oolong tea.
Okay.
Yeah.
What tea are you starting with?
Baozhong tea,
Ooh.
competition style Baozhong tea.
Having said that, once in a while I will make a green tea.
And then so a lot of people think this is a green tea, but it's actually we call it green oolong because the oxidation is about 10 to 15%. And you will seriously notice the difference. I have confidence in you. Like
Okay,
a
yeah, no,
lot
I'm-
of confidence.
I'm sure I will. Yeah,
And maybe I'll just like put a small dash of hot water in there and then let you smell the bouquet. And you want to tell me what you are smelling or not, it's all up to you.
Okay.
It's not a taste. Okay. Oh, where should I put this with that cake? Nice, huh?
It's nice. No.
Yeah. And no flavor got added to it. A lot of some of the teas they do add some flavor essence. You know, like apple, flowers, and that kind of stuff.
I thought it smelled like almost like a chocolate.
This smell like chocolate?
Almost a little bit, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, subtle note of that maybe.
Let's see. Okay. So I heard that doing podcast is one of your dreams.
I thought,
am I mistaken?
Did I say that? I think I have said that, but I didn't know that we talked about that. But I am enamored with the Seinfeld style, like conversations with comedians or coffee with comedians, and you just have you just kind of have random conversations.
Yeah.
I think there's something to that. I do like a lot of formats like that. Yeah, and I think that occasionally I find myself in conversations like, well, it's too bad we didn't record that because that was insightful. I don't know, but pretty funny, right? And or like it'd be I could see other people being entertained by that. And, so I could see myself liking to do a podcast. Having said that, I'd have to actually, do it. So that'd be the downside. But no, I think it's a good idea.
You would like to do it someday. Yeah.
Well, this is it. This is my first step down that path. I'm
Here
going to
you
be.
go.
This is the thing. I'm going to look back and they're going to say, "How did you become a podcasting international superstar?" I said, "Well, it all started." It all started at the time of the
2021.
Yeah. It's COVID that year. Do you remember that? It was like we were all miserable and I was tasting tea. The origin story is important. So the good origin story really gets.
Oh, totally. I think stories are, a really good way to learn and a really good way to communicate. Yeah, I noticed actually myself when I learn, like some people can go on internet and just like learn so much information. I can't. I feel actually really nervous with that form of learning. And my best learning situation is when somebody tell me a story.
Yeah. Yes.
So I think doing podcasts is not necessary that we are always like telling the audience like a story. But I noticed in my tea journey and teaching, I love to tell people stories. Like if I have a story with this farmer, and so maybe later you will hear some stories from the people who grow the tea too. I think that really like make the experience more, I don't know, just more rich. Yeah. Here you go. So I will show you how to do this. Actually, this is we call it a fragrance cup, or how do they call it? Also, sniffer's cup.
Sniffer, a sniffer.
Sniffer. Yeah. Here you go. So what you do is there's tea inside, hot, and then you smell. Nice, huh? That's really good. Yeah, look at the camera. Look at the camera. I'll put it on this side next time.
And why is it a fragrance cup?
Here you go.
You just.
And then you pour
I would never dream. Would I drink out of a fragrance cup, or is that?
You can. I mean, it's not like somebody will put you in a jail. I was like, hey, 911! It's drinking out of cups. That's not cool, man. That's not cool. And then right now you put it into the empty cup. That's why I give you 2 cups. Just dump it in there.
Okay.
And now it's empty. Smell that.
Oh. Yeah, very fragrant. I didn't notice a difference between the smell between when it was full and when it's empty. Should I have noticed a difference? Or
Later, you tell me.
Okay.
It's not like you should or should not.
It's just something you should pay attention to.
I noticed the difference.
And
then later we can get into details.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I think for me personally, especially when people are very new to tea, of course, people are looking for a lot of guidance, and they will take what other people say almost as a unchangeable law, and that's not fun. So if today I tell you, you have to smell two things.
Yes.
Then I am, in a way, telling you that your experience is incorrect. And I think that's not nice.
Yes.
And not just not nice. That how can I say your experience is not correct? Right?
That makes sense.
That today you just tell me you smell the same. And why do we do this? Then maybe slowly I can show you maybe there are two different smells. Now pick it up again. Even in the empty cup, there's the smell change now.
Maybe. You know what? I gotta pay attention more, I think. Well, that's my takeaway. I'll pay attention a bit more when I do.
No problem. And there will be more infusions with each tea. So at least I'll brew 3 infusions for you to see each tea and see if you notice even like each tea will change a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, that's really nice. So I'm tasting it carefully. So I can remember how it changes for the next one.
But also,
And just enjoy it.
just enjoy it. Yeah. No, this is not a performance. Just enjoy it. If you think it's really nice, then it's really nice. What happened to tea is sometimes tea will jump out at you. That you will really notice it. And if not, hey, you know what? It's a really nice beverage.
She just wants you to relax, but secretly we're judging you very harshly.
No, I get it. It's like, I was wondering what this trap door was. Like
Does the second one smell different? Tell me.
It does. It smells different.
It's okay. Tea most of the time just like food or beer. It should be really enjoyable and bring a lot of happiness.
Definitely does that.
That's my take on with this beverage.
Yeah, that's really good. So did you say that was the darker one?
This is the lighter one.
This is the lighter one? Okay.
Yeah, lightly oxidized. I mean, you can see that in the liquid too. If you remember your GABA oolong on the color, it's kind of like orange, reddish. And this one looks
More
like
green.
Green, a little bit, just a tiny little hint of yellow tone, but not really. And then if you also remember, when you drink a green tea, the color is more like the original plant kind of a color. So just like Noah said earlier on, it's almost like that banana peel. It depends on how long you leave it on the table, right? The more the banana peel got oxidized, the darker and browner it turns. And so black tea is 100% oxidized tea.
Oh, got it.
Black tea color normally looks a little bit like really dark reddish color.
Yeah, and black tea in Chinese, they actually call it red tea.
Yeah, we call it red tea.
Because if you look at the color of the broth, kind of like with the GABA oolong, it's not really black. It's
Black,
just
yeah.
reddish.
Yeah. So in Chinese, we call it red tea.
Okay, that makes
Hong
sense.
cha.
This tasted more like a green tea, I thought.
Right? Yeah.
It tasted closer to a green tea.
That's
than-
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that about the oxidizing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool, huh? Yeah. We'll take you to, if you want to come back for next section, we'll make you, not make you, sorry. We will. Whoops. I just showed my true nature just for the 2 seconds. We will not make you.
Yes.
We will open up the door for you to...
In a happy circumstance that I were to come back, I would...
Well, no, if you are happy with this session. Matt, would you like to do a second? Oh, no, I have a stomach
I'm really busy.
I just broke my leg last week.
That's right. Sorry, you were about to say if I did come back, it would be to see...
To explore the other ends.
Stuff
yeah. Because there are actually... there are major 5 families of tea. Is there 5?
It doesn't really matter.
Don't know. White.
Oolong tea is the most important one.
Guess what we sell
Yeah,
here.
I agree.
Well, there's white tea. There's actually green tea, oolong tea. Red tea is the black tea. And then the dark tea category. And then there's actually a yellow tea also.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess there are 6, but we don't see a lot of yellow tea in the States. Yeah,
okay.
There's not a lot of production on the yellow tea, so. Yeah, but even just like oolong, since it's partially oxidized, the spectrum is so wide. Right? You can imagine it, right? Mm-hmm. Partially. Hey, here you go. Today we're doing something that is like 10 to 15%. Mm-hmm. And then can you imagine it's like 85%, or the next tea that we are moving on into is about 20, and you will see the huge difference between this one and the next one.
And that percent, is that time spent oxidizing?
Not necessarily. It depends on actually how much they shake the leaves. Before, I actually assume it was time, how much they let it expose to air. Actually, not really, yeah.
But it's basically how much of the leaf is changed by the oxidation process.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But the process, whether they do that with
the process that they do that isn't necessarily how long you let it sit.
Like a hairdryer or something. Wife's wondering, where's the hairdryer? Like, I don't know. You check in the bathroom? Yeah.
So still the first tea, the same tea. And if you cannot drink that much tea today, this one, you don't finish it, just dump it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I could. I mean, I'm capable of drinking all the tea, but I figure it's like wine tasting where you got to pace yourself a little bit or
I mean, if you can take caffeine.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I gotta get home, so.
You gotta get home. Yeah. You gotta drive home.
So this is the same, but 20%, you said?
The same tea.
Same tea.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Just second infusion.
Oh, okay.
Whoa. Didn't know my kitty just fallen.
Smells the same, but maybe milder. A little milder. I'm just getting used to it. All right.
Yeah.
So now I was smelling it out of this one.
Yeah.
And then dump it into
and then
this
dump
one,
it.
and then smell the empty cup.
And then smell the empty cup.
It's basically smelling the tea evaporating off of the hot cup.
Oh, interesting.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. It's like a stronger smell that time.
Mm-hmm.
That was unexpected.
Right?
Yeah.
It changes.
I wouldn't have thought that.
Tea can be very deceiving and playful.
I could just see Cress watching me sniffing the empty cup. Everything okay? You okay, dear?
No, this is actually like a whole world. Mm-hmm. This is in tea world. This is the whole world on its own. Yeah, it's like it's so deep.
Interesting.
Because smell is more immediate than taste, right? Your sense of smell, like once you smell it, just right there. But to get the broth, put it in your mouth, swallow it. It's like it's more spread out, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Oh, that's really good.
It's nice, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the next infusion, still the same tea, and then I will talk a little bit about the tea then.
Okay. Well, I've got another newbie question.
Okay, no problem.
So when you say first infusion, second infusion, third infusion, is that just more water?
So
what does that mean?
One infusion, it means one steeping.
Okay.
Yeah, like you decant it out. And then
same leaves.
In the same leaves, yes.
And then,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and so a lot of times here is people. I think people, if they drink tea bags, that's probably just one then.
Okay.
Because they would just like drink the tea bag, pull the tea bag, throw it away, and then so people are not really counting the infusions.
Okay.
I mean, you don't need to count it too. I do have, I know some people, they like to count because some tea does go a long way.
Okay.
So some tea, if you brew it like 3 and 5 times afterwards, you kind of feel like, oh, it's getting too weak. I don't enjoy it anymore. Then you will call, okay, I finished this part of tea. Okay. But some teas will just go on and on, like 20 infusions.
No.
Yes.
No.
Next
20.
time we'll do a session on that.
You can come back since you drink it the next day.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 days later.
Yeah.
I've had a tea that I was drinking for 3 days straight.
Yeah.
So we did that the other day, but I was just being cheap. I didn't know it was a legitimate thing.
Yeah. As long as that tea still owns some warmth, some flavor, you continue to brew it.
I think I put it in the microwave. It was pretty cold by the next day. Is there any chance of it still being warm the next day?
No.
Warmth is not the
not the warmth.
I'm using new water.
Warmth, not the warmth. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Excuse my foreign
no,
pronunciation.
I get it now. I get it, yeah. I get it.
Well, you're still using more boiling water, but the tea can actually carry
the oomph.
And actually it can carry warmth as well.
Yeah.
But that's a different subject.
That's a different subject. I don't want to overload you with too much.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't think about warmth too much.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because I'll use the same tea 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, here you go.
And
that
each
will be
time
like
it's just a little bit. I mean, I think it's just weaker each time.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes the second time's the best. It's like the right balance. But not usually. Actually, usually I like it the first one each time.
First one?
And then
cool.
then they get to the third one, like, nah. Should just use new tea leaves.
Yeah.
20. I can't even imagine that.
Well, the thing is, as you notice, we use very small. We use very small teapots. Yeah, this teapot is actually on the larger side to me. Yeah, this morning I was using this teapot. This is probably like 125 millimeters. For me, if I drink tea alone, this is still on the larger side for me. Yeah, this is actually really big. So what happened is we put in the same amount of tea leaves as you are doing in a big cup.
Okay. That would make a
and then
difference.
so you can make it a little bit more.
Man, that'd be strong tea.
More flavor. Not necessary, right? Is it strong today?
No, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, show them how many leaves once you pour out the water.
Yeah, after I pour the thing. Do you like to drink strong tea?
Usually yes.
Okay, so because second one we can do that.
Yeah,
this one for me, it's like light and pretty and delightful.
Although the way this is poured, this is how I like it. So I think I like strong tea, but how you've poured it is, I think, tastes like what I would make. Like it tastes strong to me.
This tastes strong?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
okay.
so. Maybe I don't actually like strong tea.
Yeah, because next one we'll play.
Well, because actually I don't think I use as many tea leaves as you put in there, and there's a lot more water in it, and so like you said, yeah. So maybe I don't actually. Although I'll let it steep for a few minutes.
Yeah, true. You have to.
I'll give it a shot there. I won't use it right away,
But next year we'll play with what strong means to us.
Okay. Now I'm afraid. All right. Well, I'm excited. That'd be fun.
There you go. And then sorry. Knocking over this kitty.
So this is the third
infusion. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely smell a difference.
Any specific smell you are smelling?
Well, I think it's mellowing.
Mm-hmm.
I smell that.
But is there any specific, like, plants or food that you identify with?
No.
No? That's cool.
Well, your ignorance is cool. Yes, you're.
No, that's totally not.
Well, I would say I noticed. To my mind, that jumps out. It smells like a green tea.
Cool. Does it feel heavy?
No, I mean, more so on the first one.
Yeah.
More so on the first one.
But on the lighter side,
I don't notice any other flavors jumping out over time. Mm-hmm. It just tastes like it's mellowing a little. Mm. And I don't mean weaker, just kind of the taste is mellowing.
Yeah. Different?
It's interesting how it changes. It is interesting when I pour it out how it didn't taste. It smells sharper. Than it smelled.
Yeah.
And then that smell kind of goes down a little over time. I'm trying to see if any other hints jump out over time. Mm-hmm. I don't notice anything, but
no problem.
I feel like I'm developing the palate.
Good.
So that's what this thing tastes like. It's still really good on the third pour.
Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. It's still not like it's like, because some tea you feel like, okay, this doesn't have.
Time to get another one, yeah. Yeah.
And then look at that. So beautiful. Yeah. Very green. Huge leaves. Mm-hmm. This is 1 4 unbroken leaf. Oh, yeah. The actual leaf size from the plant. Really pretty.
Do you mind?
Yeah, no problem. There you go.
Gosh, that is really pretty.
Yeah, and then it's still on the greener side, right? Like your Gaba oolong, after you brew it, the leaves look a little bit kind of orange reddish color too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why this tea, you will associate it with green tea, and for us it's a light green oolong because it's not very oxidized.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
The oxygen really make the color change. And then the next tea you will see the difference on the next tea. I mean, I don't drink a lot of beer actually, because I don't have a lot of alcohol tolerance. But this made me feel like it's a lager.
Oh yeah, you see that? Refreshing,
lighter body. But pretty good lager because there's after you swallow the tea, there's still some impressions staying with you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the tea. I call it the tea memory or aftertaste. Mm-hmm. A lot of people call it tea aftertaste. It's after you swallow the tea, you feel like you are still experiencing the tea. Because some tea, after you swallow it, it disappears.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a nice after finish.
Yeah. After finish. Yeah, people say about that too. Finish. I think wine people say the finish of the wine. Yeah. So the next tea is 20% oxidized oolong tea.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, and then a little bit roasted.
Okay.
Like the first tea was not roasted.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So is the roasting like a whole nother...
There's a
whole other dimension. Then, so there's the oxidizing and then...
And then there's the roasting.
There's the roasting.
Yeah. And oolong tea deal with roasting the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
In general, other teas aren't really roasted.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of that, but yeah.
Roasting technique is like developed alongside oolong.
Okay.
You can even... Sorry.
There's oolong people that will roast other teas, but that's because they know the technique from working with oolong tea.
I think you can smell a little bit of a roast, like that bake kind of a feeling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, here you go. That's
Definitely.
Roasting. But this is actually considered to be a very light roasted tea.
Okay.
Maybe later we'll let you drink a tea that not roasted, darker roasted. Oh. We roast it here.
Oh, that's fun. This is like a sun roasted. You leave it out in the sun, or do you like put the oven on to
oven to
375 and bake for like cookie sheets and like.
You can actually do that. You can do that at home.
Yeah.
You can roast tea at home.
But tea roasted at a really low temperature, actually. It's like boiling temperature.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I would imagine you wouldn't want
don't do it too hot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We make kale chips.
Yeah.
We make kale chips. Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want to burn the leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the moment you like distract it too much, it's really hard to make it come back.
Yeah.
And this is just hot water. If you want, you can rinse your
palate cleanser.
Cup.
All right.
Because the cup has other tea inside.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can skip that process,
okay.
Noah.
I think I will.
No, our listeners, they have to know. They have to know the details and all the things that go into it and the palate cleansing. It's important that they get all of the firsthand, or we could cut that part. That's fine too. Yeah, it's fine. People are busy, you know.
Yeah, I know.
So. Yeah, the leaves are really pretty.
Nice, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are handpicked teas. Majority of our teas are all handpicked.
Mm.
Yeah. Especially on the oolong teas. And you can see that the color totally changed from the first tea. Okay, I shouldn't keep trashing. Yeah, you gotta stay there today.
Wants to be there, yeah. So this is the 20%.
Yeah, and lightly roasted. And
yeah.
Roast will add the color too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely smell the roast. Well, I've smelled that in teas before. So that's the roast.
Mm-hmm. And things feel sharper and a little bit deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last tea feels like light and refreshing as you put it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. And this one feels more autumn, like the season that is coming up.
Yeah, it does. All right.
And now it should be very different. I just give you a hint.
All right. Thank you for the big warnings, the big hints. I need those. Thank you. Yeah, it's interesting.
And if you want to get really nerdy with this and that craze, like what the heck are you smelling?
Mm-hmm.
You can actually play with the cup. Like further away.
Oh, yeah.
Really close. And actually, when it's further away, this is a good indication of how far a tea can go.
Ah.
Because some tea the smell is incapable of coming up and coming out. But this tea, maybe second infusion after when it's hot, you will see even this long distance, the scent will reach to your nostril.
Oh, interesting.
It's really fun.
On a later infusion, even.
Oh yeah, totally. Now it's not hot enough now. So when it's not hot enough, you can go really close and smell if the tea is clean. And of course, you're like, what? I don't know how to do that. It takes practice.
Yeah, I would think a clean is like an impurity, like or
yeah,
something that's off about it.
That's right. That's right. You will be able to detect it from the. That's why this cup has the whole world in there.
Oh, okay. So in tea competitions, is there like a high jump, like an Olympic high jump, like oh, I can smell the tea from here? Or like,
No, they don't do it.
They don't do it that way. All right, a little bar. Wow, that's interesting. That definitely changes. Yeah.
So different, huh?
Then that's just from like 15% to 20%, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Gosh, that's a big change. I have to admit, I like this one better.
That's good. Why?
I don't know. I like that bite. I like the bite of the.
Oh, okay.
And then.
Okay.
It's just more interesting.
Yeah. Roasted teas tend to have a bite. Some tea people will say it's astringent. It's kind of drier than the first tea.
Yes. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this will depend on the tea drinkers. Like you just say, I like this one. Some people really dislike this.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
I
they will
bet.
say, oh, that's dry. I don't like a tea that is dry, you know. So it really depends on the drinker. But even with that, let's put this all aside. Let's look at the second infusion.
Okay.
And then really watch the liquid, the feeling of the liquid in the mouth. It
Okay.
feels very, not just it tastes different. Oxidation does make it taste different too. But there's actually the whole dimension of the liquid start to change now.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually, no need to feel like, well, I don't have experience with this. Apply
I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to trust my intuition.
I like it.
I'm just going to call it the way I see it. I'm not afraid. I'm going to tell you exactly my honest feelings on the subject,
Good.
I'm not going to apologize. So I'm ready. Let's do it.
And do you know what you can use? Your beer ability.
Ah, okay.
I'm not trying to imply to the listeners like Matt drinks.
Shiuwen.
My mom is watching.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Always drink responsibly. Yeah,
It's true.
that's right. Well, I've had some of the brew that. Let me taste some of the brew that was brewed with beer that was brewed with your tea.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It's
yeah,
fun,
it was
right?
interesting. Yeah.
I think all the fun beverages, all the beverages that people are obsessed about, if you really look at them, they have some similar qualities. That's why we are obsessed about it. Not just like, because you have caffeine or because you have alcohol. Or just buy some cheap stuff and get a lot of alcohol then.
Yeah. There's nuance. Yeah, nuance and craft. And
Yeah.
Well, I could tell you, coffee and beer is a disaster.
Coffee and beer is a disaster.
Yeah, you'll see these dark beers brewed with coffee and beer in coffee. Okay. No, yeah. Obviously, if one were to take their coffee and pour it into their beer, it would be bad. Yeah, no. But the ones that are intentionally brewed with coffee are quite bad.
I have not tried that yet.
Don't. Well, I've saved you some trouble there. Don't. Yeah, that's fine. But the one with the tea was interesting. I was thinking,
coffee people might leave comments though on the podcast.
They'll say, "I know what you mean." Yeah, 100% agreement. This is the one time that we all agree in the comments on something. Even the people that brewed it were like, "Yeah, oops." Yeah, no, they know. But that one with the tea was just a hint of tea. I think if you told someone it was beer brewed with tea in it, they'd be like, "Ooh," but it was like a hint. It was like a nice soft rounding. It was nice.
Yeah. One time we actually had white tea. The same friend used a white tea, and white tea is a traditional really light tea on the flavor profile compared to all this. And he brewed it into a beer actually. And what really so fun about that bottle of beer is you actually literally can't taste the tea anymore. But hey, do you know what you can later feel? It's the feeling of the tea. After you drink it, it comes out, and we're like, wow, this is really fun. We should do this again.
Fascinating. You would think you'd taste it if it was going to have the same.
I think it's just like this to that point will be like those tea nerds will be like, oh, I need to buy this.
Yeah.
You know.
I can see that. Yeah.
Do you feel like you can taste the tea right now?
Yes.
Yes, huh? Let's talk about it later.
That's interesting.
You are not drinking it.
That's interesting that you're saying about the dryness, because that one's definitely drier than the other one.
Yeah.
I could see how that would make you not like it over time.
Yeah, yeah.
I could see
some people are very sensitive with that, or even just
or just that
slight bitterness in tea. Some people are very sensitive with that, and I would say this tea will compare to the previous tea has a little bit more bitter. Let's see if you can. There's bitter in
this round of infusion.
Not sure. I'm actually not sure, but it feels like more bitter than the previous tea. Feels very sweet to me.
Oh yeah,
like almost like that flower nectar kind of sweetness. Not sugar, but like just sweet to me.
All right, let's find out here.
Oh, totally changed. Feels rich, right? Something feels like rich about it. You're like, stop giving me hints.
You're right. When you say it totally changed, like, well, yeah, maybe I did. But you're right, it did change. Drank out of it. Gosh, that's interesting.
Now that you just poured it out, you can pull the cup a little bit further away from your face.
Yeah.
And
now
smell.
It's hot, so
like around your chin, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it feels like it can go inside of your nostril, no problem. And just keep this in mind. Next time, smell some other teas. It won't go in at all. You will just smell the smell, but it won't. The scent, the feeling, the structure wouldn't go into your nostril at all. Yeah.
I guess I think of like wine, where they're always like they put their nose right in the glass, right?
Yeah. This have actually you can do that too.
But when it cools down a bit.
Yeah, I do three. Like I if you watch me smelling tea, I'll be like. I just like going crazy with it.
That's nice.
So
that was a bit more of a bite this time around.
That's a little bit, the bite, the dryness, and then almost like a small hint of, not super bitter today actually. That's actually fine. But if you want to look at the shape of the liquid, see when you hold the liquid, it feels like it spread out all the way on the tongue and go to the side of the tongue. So I'll have to stick out my tongue now.
Yeah.
Go to the side of the tongue. Go to the back of the tongue. Yeah. First tea, I don't think you.
No, I definitely didn't do that.
Nah, you didn't do that, right?
Nope.
Very fun, right? They all got steeped with hot water. and some tea spread out way more than the others.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And so when you start to watch that, it doesn't mean actually that, oh, because this tea is heavier, watch some tea that is not capable and it's actually done heavy kind of tea. It will actually just stay on the almost like the middle of your tongue. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't move. Okay. And it's kind of boring then.
Oh,
when the tea doesn't like open up and move like this, it just stay in one spot. And then the third infusion, then there's really actually watch the liquid, how it can move with when the liquid is moving, how it actually is moving together with it. And when I talk about this, I got a little bit too excited.
No way. That's good. Enthusiasm. I like that. Yeah, that's good.
I love to talk about this part of a tea.
I wonder if there's like difference in oils in some of it, or if it's, I don't know why it would move differently.
Yeah, right? It's like, and then the two varietals, they also talk about, just like grapes have the varietals too, tea plants too, and these two are actually heavily related. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some people think they are the same. I'm not going to go too deep into it with you, but some people actually think these two varietals are the same. So let's assume these two varietals are the same thing. And just because the process is different, it just changed the dynamic of the tea. Like it's completely two different types of teas from the same plants. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. So if we went from 15% to 20%, does anyone ever go up to like, is it like chocolate? Like once you get past 80%, bleh, or
no, it's like, we're talking about some good
100%. Do you basically have like a pile of ashes? You know, that's like, congratulations, you got to 100%.
No, 100% will be black tea.
Oh, okay.
And,
all right.
And it's not like how much percentage. It's just like your chocolate, right? Mm-hmm. You have some chocolate that is pretty deadly. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Not because it's strong, it's just bad. And you have some chocolates that, dang, this is a good piece of chocolate. Mm-hmm. And black tea the same. I bet you'll have some more experiences with black tea. Some black tea you feel like, oh, dang, this is not drinkable. Mm. And some black tea you say, hey, I like this. Most black teas are 100% oxidized.
Oh, okay.
It really depends on who can make the tea.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Also, both these teas are from different places.
Yeah.
And from different farmers.
Yeah.
So the person and the place are both different too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're almost also seeing the terroir and the personality of the maker. So first farmer, the first tea, he's a sweetheart. Oh. He's so delightful and so light and cheerful. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I met him in 2005.
Okay.
Yeah. He started growing tea when he was 16, I believe. And this year he's probably 75 or 76. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He kind of semi-retired because he got a stroke.
Oh, yeah. That's
his son is picking it up and doing a fantastic job. But you can see that place, that farmer is just a cheerful, delightful person. His tea kind of correspond with that. Ah. This farmer.
Oh yeah. It sounded like a setup. Yeah, we can leave it at that, huh?
Really nice person.
Oh, yeah.
But how do you use the word?
Stern, maybe? That's a friendlier way to say it. Stern.
I wouldn't say so much. Oh, he's a nice person. He's a very.
He's a kind person.
He's kind.
Yeah, he's
but
hard.
Nice, maybe a little bit rude would be.
Yeah.
His heart is kind.
Eccentric, maybe.
Eccentric.
Okay.
He's eccentric, and he actually
But he's very generous.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the earlier.
Okay, well, these are good. This is good. Okay.
In the earlier on of my tea journey, he actually pretty much, like sometimes you learn something and you feel like you have a shocking experience. Mm-hmm. That's him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In a really good way. In a really good way. He kind of set up my path for me a little bit in the early on of the journey. But he is so eccentric that the first few years when I went to see him and before I have to go up to the mountain, I have to do this. Shiuwen, it's gonna be fine. You can deal with this, and just don't talk back too much at him. It's gonna be fine. Don't listen too much either.
Yeah.
that kind of preparation. And this one is like, the first farmer is like, I'm gonna see Farmer Chen.
Yes.
We're gonna have a good time, drink some good tea, and have a good meal together. Possibly drink some alcohol because he makes some the cinnamon leaf kind of a moonshine, and he'd love to share it with us.
Yeah.
And this one is like, calm down, Shiuwen.
Yeah. It's actually a very favorable description. Nice, good job by you, because that's
Thank you.
Yeah, sometimes it can be awkward.
But he's just such a kind person. He's hard, but just a very different angle to approach things, I think. Yeah. But look at his tea. It's loaded with personality.
Yeah, very good.
A little bit dry, really big, a little bit bitter sometimes. But not boring.
Oh, yeah.
This tea is not boring.
All right.
That's him. Also, the place. Dongding. So this tea is called Dongding tea. You can memorize it as the other way around. Ding dong, ding dong.
Oh, okay,
dong,
yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
It's a beautiful place. Yeah, feels kind of old, and you look around and it's just all the mountains surrounded that place. It's
like what you picture a tea farm to look like.
That's crazy feeling. I love that place. It's always a little bit sentimental to me when I go up to Dongding. And when I go up to the first Baozhong tea field, it feels open and relaxing. Yeah, really interesting how actually I'm not sure if the geography, the feeling of the place also impact the tea. For sure, the people who make the tea impacted the tea. So this one, since I talk too much, I brew it pretty strong. That happens also in tea brewing. Actually, it kind of smells sweet, in a different way. Not like that bright, flowery, sweet.
It's like a nuttier flavor.
Nuttier? Have to pick up children?
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
You could give Conkai a ride. I didn't think about that. We're not sold on them taking the bus yet with COVID.
Yeah, I know.
But
I told
we're on the
Conkai
fence. We're on the fence back and forth about it. It's like actually there's hardly anyone else on the bus because everyone feels that way.
It's bus. No, not bus right now. And then I think Conkai will walk home, but in the morning I like to take him to school. Yeah, just to keep it safe. Yeah.
They actually like the walk. Ryder does. Anyway.
This is the strongest cup of tea out of the whole session.
Yeah.
This is the one.
There you go.
If you like strong tea, if you like this, then you like strong tea.
Yeah.
All right.
And if it's too much, also just say, no, I don't think I can take this. That's fine too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you say that, I'm going to have a different opinion of you, though. Just remember.
Come on, you're a strong beer drinker. What is
That's right,
it?
I'm a strong man. Yeah. Chris might not let me back in the house. Or she'd be happy that I was in touch with my
true self.
Yeah.
There you go.
Your strong tea self.
Yeah, it is stronger.
But see, the same thing, how the liquid actually like spray and like go over the tongue on the side of the tongue. Underneath the tongue, do you feel like you can taste the tea? And when you are swallowing, can you feel like the tea kind of move at the throat area with the liquid? We got to have you back again. I love to talk about how a tea can move.
All right.
We are not even getting into there yet. And then
this is a stronger tea.
Yeah, stronger tea, right? And then after you totally swallow the tea, you feel like you can still taste the tea. Do you feel like you are salivating? This will be a leading question, actually.
I don't feel like I'm salivating. I feel like I feel the drier.
Oh, okay.
The dryness.
Okay.
I still feel that.
Yeah. Okay. But you feel a sensation. Like there's a tea sensation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And very different style of the first tea. Like first tea, you said there's a good finish, right? This tea, you are still. So this is
I'm still
all
chewing on this one. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Still chewing on
These are all considered to be a form of tea aftertaste, and then the first tea and the second tea, the feeling of the aftertaste is very different. Whatever you are saying, it is like drier or not, it's a very different feeling than the first tea. Am I correct?
Oh yes, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
You have to pay attention a bit more now when I drink tea. I think I just kind of mindlessly drink it.
No problem. A lot of people actually do that, but when you can pay attention to tea, I think it's gonna, not just tea though, it's gonna open it up to your food. Anything that you put into your mouth, basically, you are gonna notice a lot of other things. So I'm actually really excited to do this session with you and to have you back again. I'm gonna notice you're gonna come in back and say, hey, Shiuwen, with my lager.
I would be very honored.
I'm tasting much more now. The other lager, not moving, Shiuwen.
Yes.
This lager moves.
Yeah. Well, I'm just warning you, if I get a lot of positive reviews from this and my career takes off, I might not be as bookable. I may be hard to get me. I think my time might be stretched a lot of different ways. But
totally understandable. But please also, due to our friendship, can you introduce us your famous friends? So I can slowly book all of you guys.
Yeah.
Just slowly.
Yes,
I know.
yes.
Even in 2025, it's okay. I have a lot of patience.
I promise that all my friends, they'll be all equally famous as me. Yes.
Cool. Excellent session.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you
I feel like I learned a lot.
Good. And thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was fun. I was looking forward to this. I was excited.
Cool. And then we'll for sure have you at least maybe 3 more times.
Wow. I know. Everybody wants me. I know. It's exciting to have me around, but I'd be happy to do it. This is tons of fun.
Yeah. Because there will be more.
I walked in, you guys. I said this earlier. I walked in, you guys, a couple months ago. All right, I stopped by, and you guys were doing a podcast. You guys look like you were having so much fun.
Oh, totally!
Right, it was tons of fun. Like, oh gosh, you guys were bright and animated and doing this whole setup, and it was, boy, this is really.
It's just drinking tea. It's just like drinking tea, and then we put it online, basically.
Yeah, no, it looks like tons. Like, well, they're having tons of fun.
Yeah. And as you can see, tea is a lot to discover, and we get excited, and I think that's what you were seeing. Like, oh, they're having so much fun. Because you should see me yesterday when I was recording the different podcasts. I was just like, he said I'm on the roll or something. I was just like
into it. You're going?
I just have to
in the zone.
Say so much. He just becomes silent for like 10 minutes. I just keep talking. Yeah.
To get in the zone, you gotta
let
it play out.
I hold myself back a lot with you.
Well, we have to do this again so we can find our rhythm, so we can be like both just
That's a wonderful ending.
All right, very good.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much.
We'll see you next time.
We'll do it.
Yes.
All right.